Unboxing videos are typically reserved for when you get a new credit card, but in today's video, I'm going to break that rule and travel back in time with you all, back to 10 years ago when I first received my very first credit card. Okay, so maybe we aren't exactly time traveling, but I will be unboxing my very first credit card with all of the original documents that came along with it, and don't ask me why I still have all of these old documents. So this video will be broken into the following segments. First of all, we're going to take a look back at the Discover website to see what I saw 10 years ago and do a quick comparison to how the website looks now, and also briefly discuss the application process. Secondly, I'll share my first impressions as to when I received the package in the mail, and I'm going to share exactly how I almost messed this up, so stick around for that, you don't want to miss it. Third, I'll unbox the credit card and show you everything including what my credit score was when I was approved for the credit card. Quickly comment down below what you think my credit score was when I was approved. It'll be very interesting to see what you all think. Finally, I'll share exactly why I will never cancel this 10-year-old credit card. So we have quite a few things to talk about, and I'm really excited to do this video. So without further ado, let's go. All right, guys, so I have the website opened from back in 2013, and the one thing that stands out to me, and it shows me exactly why I went ahead and I got this credit card, at least it jogs my memory, and this was after I received all of my denials from all of the other banks that I was applying for, and I remember thinking, well, Discover was targeting me with mail offers for student loans, so if they're sending me offers in the mail for student loans, maybe they'll give me a credit card. And like I have shared in the past, my mom also had a Discover credit card. So I decided to go ahead and apply for Discover. It's interesting taking a step or a look back into the past, and I totally forgot about that little detail. And now that I see it, tuition, housing, books covered, now I can remember that, hey, that was the thing that made Discover pop in my mind, really, was because I was receiving those targeted mails. So let me go back here a slide, and we can see the Discover It credit card, and we can see underneath it says Discover It for students, and right above that is the Start Now button, and get the treatment you deserve. And by the way, if you click Start Now, it takes you to the regular Discover card and not the student version, so you actually had to click down here to go to the student version. I know, terrible website design, but they did it for whatever reason. And if we scroll down, there really isn't anything to see on this website. And I just want to quickly look at the current Discover website. And if we take a look at the current Discover website, the first thing we see that's a total difference is we see an actual human, and we see more people. We see hands holding credit cards, or I think that's a debit card. And then we see a father with his child, and just scrolling down the website, we see more people, more graphics, and it has totally changed and evolved, which is a good thing. So let's go back to the previous website. Let's click on the Discover It for Students so I can show you the three things that stood out to me with the Discover It cashback credit card. Well, let's not click that link. Let's click the link down at the bottom left, because for whatever reason that link doesn't work. So let's click this one. All right, and I like this statement at the top of the website. It's like, it's kind of a big deal. Fair, generous, flexible, human. And that made it seem like, you know what, this may be a pretty good credit card to apply for. Maybe I have a chance. And we can see it here, where Discover compared itself to all the other credit cards. And I'm not sure if any of these credit cards actually exist. The Citi Dividend Platinum Select Visa card for college students. And that is a mouthful. I hope that one doesn't exist with that name at the very least. Anyway, the three things that stood out to me about this credit card. Number one, there is no annual fee. Number two, paying late won't raise your APR. Number three, there was no late fee on your first late payment, which was important to me, even though I didn't plan on being late, but that was good to know. And actually, there was one more thing that stood out to me, the 5% cashback in categories. And I thought that was a good deal. I didn't know anything about getting any rewards on any credit cards, and I don't remember if any of those that I was looking to get from the other banks, if they had any rewards or anything. So let's take a look at the 5% cashback calendar there. And again, this is back in May when I'm on this website, May of 2013, and we can see all of the categories are revealed. And for those of you who follow along with these rotating calendar, quarterly calendar, category reward cards, we know that is not the case in how they do things today, especially Discover, right? But we can see quarter one was restaurant and movies, the current quarter, or the current back in 2013. The quarter back then when I applied was home improvement, and I did not like this quarter because I got the least use out of my card. But anyway, Then we have summer fun, which included gas stations apparently, and holiday shopping, which I'm sure included some sort of retail. It may have been Walmart or something like that, but I don't quite remember. This was 10 years ago. Anyway, moving along, the one thing I want to say to you all, well, I can't take you all through the application process because these links are dead, obviously for good reasons, so no one would put in their personal information to something that may not even be very secure anymore. But when I applied for the credit card, of course, it asked for all of my standard information, first name, address, all of that good standard stuff. But once I submitted the application, back then there was no immediate decision. I think it was more of a thank you for submitting your application. You will receive a decision in the mail within X amount of time. And it was just a waiting game. And I believe that's what happened with several of the applications that I did previously prior to going for the Discover It Cashback credit card. And just to prove my point, to show you that I'm not lying to you all, because technology has changed so much. Here at the bottom of the page, which I didn't even recognize back then, there's this check application status. So I can go back and check to see if I was approved or not, but I specifically remember submitting my application and just waiting. And then forgetting that I even applied. So there's that. Let's go ahead and move to the next segment of the video, and it's going to be much quicker than this one, and it is my first impressions and what happened that almost caused me to make a huge mistake. My first impressions when I received the credit card in the mail, and I will always remember this because I just can't forget it. It's the most unique experience I've had. So I unfortunately don't have that original cardboard box envelope that came in the mail that had all of the credit card documents on the inside, but I specifically remember getting the cardboard box in the mail, taking it out of the mail, taking it inside, and wondering what in the world is this thing, because I completely forgot that I applied for the credit card. But I do remember the only thing, it had my address with my name, of course, and the return address was a P.O. box in, I believe, Salt Lake City. And of course, back then, I was still in the mindset of people were sending weird things in the mails, and I didn't know if it was some sort of chemical that's going to like infect me and kill me. And I literally put this box to the side because I didn't know what it was. And I'm like, I don't know if I should open it or what. And I remember thinking I probably should just throw this thing in the trash because I don't know what it is. I don't know where it came from. And that was a big mistake I almost made. I literally almost threw my brand new credit card in the trash because it came in this inconspicuous mail. So I had no idea what was going to happen. And I picked up the box and I opened the box, and lo and behold, I received the following packaging. All right, guys, here's the moment you've all been waiting for, and that is the unboxing part of the video. So again, just imagine that I took this out of the cardboard envelope that it would have come in because I don't have it anymore. And when I took this out, I didn't realize that I was approved for the credit card. I probably thought that this was another targeted mail offer for student loans. So when we flip this over, we have Discover front and center on this, I'm going to call it like a folder, and you'll see why in a second. And once I open it up, we are going to see the credit card front and center. And this was the moment that I realized that I was actually approved for the Discover It Cashback credit card. So let's go ahead and open this up. Back then, there would have been a sticker on the card with the number, but obviously I don't have that anymore. But right here, it says call us anytime to activate. So that shows that there are no QR codes. There's no website. We had to call Discover to activate the credit card. So let's take this off really quickly. And it says here, please review and keep your important documents. And that's probably why I kept all of these documents. So this is the Discover It Cashback credit card. You all have seen it in a few of my videos, but let's just do it for the sake of it as a standard unboxing video here. The cassette tape design, and then in the back, yes, this is how I got it to stick. But I still have some stick to this paper actually. But anyway, we have all of my card numbers and my name, etc. behind it. And this was my credit card, man. It's still the same thing, still in good shape, and I still love the design. Now let's go back to all of the paperwork and see what we have here. Once we open up this paperwork, we get a good thank you message from Discover. Thank you for choosing Discover It. And open this up all the way. We can see at the top of the page, my account credit line was $1,000 back then with a $500 cash advance credit line. So let's flip this over to reveal what my credit score was when I applied for the credit card. And if you got it right, that'll be pretty cool. So my credit score was 637 with TransUnion, and that was back in June of 2013. Now the rest of this page talks about understanding your credit score and showing you where you rank with the rest of the nation, and it also talks about checking your credit report. So that's all we need from there. Here we have the pricing schedule, talks about the APR 0% that I had for 6 months as it ended on December of 2013. Cash advance, interest rates, and more information about fees. And guess what? We had no maintenance fees. There are credit cards that still do that to this day. Flip this around quickly, and we can see just a breakdown of how the interest rate is calculated. Moving along, we have the card member agreement booklet right here. Now this has a lot of information about fees, using your account, making payment, some information about arbitration. Hopefully you don't ever have to go through arbitration, collecting costs, etc. And then the back of the booklet. Now I'm not going to show all of that because I'm pretty sure a lot of you aren't very much interested in that. The next sheet was a fact sheet, shows and it goes over why, what, when, how, and it also has who in the back, so everything Discover does with your personal information. Let's turn this around so you can see the who portion of it, who we are, what we do, and then there's some definitions down below. Then we have finally the Discover It card cashback bonus sheet, and this is the program terms and conditions, and the most important part of this sheet is, will my cashback bonus ever expire? And it says rewards have no expiration date. However, if your account is closed for any reason or inactive for 18 consecutive months, or if you fail to make any minimum payment due for 2 consecutive billing periods, any cashback bonus in your cashback bonus account will be forfeited. So guys, that right there, that is the Discover It cashback credit card unboxing experience. I hope that you all enjoyed it. I am very happy that I'm able to unbox my very first credit card with all of you. Never thought I'd be able to do that. All right, guys, on to my final thoughts and why I will never get rid of the Discover It cashback credit card. So I still think that I am very lucky, and I've shared this before in previous videos. I'm really lucky that I opened up a credit card that happened to be an excellent beginner credit card, and I think it is the best, in my opinion, the best beginner credit card on the market. So with this credit card, it's a no annual fee credit card. It has a really good 5% rotating, quarterly rotating cashback calendar for those bonus reward categories. No late payment on your first late payment. And actually, I just had my first late payment sometime last year. I think it was sometime this year, actually. Earlier this year, I forgot to pay my bill and I still was not charged a late payment fee, and my APR was not increased either. So there is no reason to get rid of this credit card. Plus, as you all know, my credit limit is really high. It went from 1,000 to just over 32,000, which is a 32x increase on the credit limit. So there is no reason for me to get rid of this credit card. Discover's customer service has been amazing, as I've shared before, and it's just an overall really good credit card to start out with. You can keep it and have this be your only credit card. I don't recommend that because you can be missing out on a whole lot of value, but a lot of people don't want multiple credit cards, and if you don't want multiple credit cards, this could potentially be the credit card for you with those rotating reward calendar categories. So anyway, guys, that is my unboxing experience from back in 2013. I hope you enjoyed this time travel or time capsule. I don't know what exactly to call it. Probably more like a time capsule. Anyway, guys, as you can see, I am very ecstatic to take a stroll down memory lane and relive this moment with you all. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I will be back next week with another video. So anyway, thank you all for watching. And if you made it all the way to the end, you know the drill. You deserve a high five. So coming over, get your high five.